Peter and Mike, in a few days' time, No Man's Sky Next is upon us. We've all been kind of diving back into it. Trying to, yeah. But I thought it'd be interesting to kind of look at the game as it stands right now, and then in another episode, talk about No Man's Sky Next. That being said, Peter, you reviewed it.
If you adhere to the direct path towards the center of the galaxy in pursuit of the game's primary goal, No Man's Sky grows tiresome in less time than a game with this much potential ought to.
Probably the last time you've played it was since launch 2 years ago?
2016, yeah. My last save on PlayStation. And I put in like at least 70 hours into that save. I really liked the game initially. The Atlas path, which I heard has sort of been expanded now, that really gave me a purpose and sort of like added really interesting context to like, okay, this is a procedurally generated world. What does that mean, not just as a video game, but as like a participant in this reality? That stuff was really cool. You guys are playing on PC, and I want to play with you with this new multiplayer patch. So I'm starting from scratch, and wow, are the early hours of this game just very isolating and kind of boring. And like I got through it the first time because it was also new. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's just unique to me because not many other people will have to start from scratch, but as someone who is starting from scratch, it's like, I really need other people with me. I really do at this point. I think that I wasn't one of the people who was upset about that before, that not being there. But now that I'm going through it again, I really need it. So I hope it's as flexible and enjoyable as I think it's going to be.
In that you're just kind of bored doing the exact same thing over and over again?
Yeah, and the objectives are sort of the same ones I've been through. And it's not even just the same intro ones. The game's objectives tend to recycle quite a bit.
Yeah.
Scavenge for materials, build a thing. Cool, I've done that so many times. I've already been through the wonder of discovering new planets and new galaxies. So what I want now is like, a human foil to play off of, to like crack jokes with, or like make fun of that stupid looking animal in the distance, right?
Radiation protection falling.
To just make it an experience that is, before it was a personal journey for me. Now I want it to be a group effort, or just something that we can experience together and really just form our own stories with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The game does have a very tough beginning. Like I have been complaining pretty incessantly about how I don't think it's like very intuitive in its tutorials, because it'll tutorialize some things. It'll tell you how to fuel your pulse thruster or how to refill your life support systems, but then it won't tell you that you can summon your ship from anywhere on the planet. It won't tell you how this currency or that currency works. I feel as if a lot of the way it repelled me, because I only ever played like 40 minutes of the game back in 2016. Now I've played like maybe 12 in this last few days, but I didn't think it really. As soon as I got in, I felt like, okay, I see that there's like survival elements to it, but that just like pushed me away immediately. I wish it would just throw you right in and then kind of introduce those. I think it's a little better now. It has that Awakening questline.
Yeah.
And you were talking about the Atlas path. I haven't had to do too much of that yet, but the Awakening questline at least kind of feeds into, I was talking to Jake, it really feeds into that mystery of the game, because I'm not like burnt out on just finding new planets yet. I think like I am really excited for Next, because the idea that you can like team up and just make a force of pirates to mess with everybody else is really appealing to me, kind of like Sea of Thieves or what Star Citizen was like aspiring to be back in the day. I don't know what's going on with
Is
that
there any
game.
amount of PvP?
There is. It's not really quite explained well as far as what they've released. Like this is a brief list of notes. There's literally just a line. It's like you can join friends and stumble upon random ones.
Yeah, even the trailer didn't really make a lot of things that you'd think would be clear.
But it's, to what you guys are both saying, is that you have these aspects of the game that were slowly rolled out over the course of 2 years, which is insane. Like the base building, right? Now there's something you can share a feature with, right?
Next, you'll be able to build them anywhere, right?
You can build them anywhere.
With no size limit either, right?
Yeah.
There's a limit. I think they said that there are hundreds of new pieces, and the cap has been widened, I guess.
And it's funny because like getting back into the game now, like several days before Next comes out, it's such a weird thing that I'm trying to justify in my head. On the one hand, I'm enjoying more just chilling with the game, relaxing and not really having an objective, but on the other, I am kind of prepping myself to be able to have all these objectives, or at least like these self-created ones. Like again, I want to be a pirate and just take other people's stuff and attack their fleets with mine, team up with 3 other people, maybe see their bases, go back to our hideout, store all our stuff before we go out on another raid. That's like the dream of the game for me. But at the same time, playing these last few days and seeing how it's updated over the past couple of years, I've still had to come to grips with the fact that the game might not be as directed as a lot of people thought it would be before it came out. But now that I see what it is, it's very relaxing. It's very easy to kind of chill out to and just enjoy the pure exploration. I do feel like the survival gets in the way of that sometimes, but the survival still, I can't complain too much about it because it gives me something to do, and it gives me a reason to go get, I need iron to fuel my ship's thrusters, right? My pulse thrusters, or I need, I need plutonium to have enough, life
launch.
support to get to, or to launch off, even get off surface of that planet. So it's a weird, I feel like the game is trying to be everything for everybody right now, and then that itself is limiting it. So I'm curious to see whether next allows me to do that, that role playing that I kind of dreamed of when I first saw, footage of the game.
I think it's still gonna have, like playing it now again, even with all these updates, it's still at its core the exact same game it was at launch. Where what you guys are again saying is like you gotta have patience. And you got to understand it's a slow burn.
Mm-hmm.
Like seeing all these things they've added, like freighters, right? That's like close to 160 million units. That takes a while to get to. You're not going to just get these things quick. So for people like you who are starting all over again, like you have to, I just think, be really patient and just like enjoy the mining aspect, despite how like I was playing and I got super lost, just like thinking, I'm just going to flip Emerald all day, and then like 30 minutes later I only have 1 million units and I realize like I can't be doing this.
I just don't know if I can go through all of that again on my own and justify giving myself up to that. I did it once and it worked.
Right.
But right now it's just like, okay, we're gonna play together. That's what I'm looking forward to. Right. So I still don't want to I don't hate the game, but I'm ready to like it again, and it's gonna take this patch.
I'm worried that I am setting my expectations pretty high for next, and I'm cautiously optimistic that it will be the thing to really make this game what I wanted it to be.
Well, it's hard to see what it's going to be, right?
Yeah.
I think it's going to change the game in unexpected ways. It'll be a fun ride. I'm sure it'll be a bit rocky, but...
Yeah, I just think ultimately, if you didn't enjoy the game at launch,
odds are slim.
Yeah, odds are slim, and I wouldn't be expecting like the game they promised.
Right.
Like I think expectations were so high for this game before it released that.
So what? Like a week from now, we'll have had a couple days experience with this.
Yeah, that's right. We'll come back, see what we feel, see if we'll still play,
See if we're still friends.
see if we're still friends. But yeah, thanks for chiming in, guys.
Maybe I'll be off this goddamn planet by then.